Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Last we left off, Edgeworth managed to give us some special permission to have some extended visiting hours. We talked with Miss Andrews first and learned that she has a secret about her revenge, whatever that revenge is. I kinda chickened out because I'm almost dead. And now we're talking to Matt Engarde, who I expressed some suspicions of actually maybe considering Edgeworth is right. Oh god, this is not gonna be a pleasant conversation, I'm telling you now. It is. It is gonna be beyond pleasant. Let's just take the band-aid and rip it right off. Get it over with. Oh boy. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is, Mr. Engarde. What if Mr. Corrida had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Corrida, especially on that night. Okay. Sure. How do I know? I have nothing. Okay, that works. Rapidash. I totally don't have the answer to that. Okay, so clearly I need to go somewhere else. Well, we can't move here. Let's just meander around like there's no tomorrow. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some. Oh wait, we never went to back to Matt's house yet. It looks like no one's around. What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face? Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches on his face. Hugh! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Hugh? Oh, come on, let's play! I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Yeah, we're just invading his house. Unfortunately, there's clearly nothing here. Can I examine this door? Hey, shoot, can you go and get me something? There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Engarde's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shoo? The door. Locked tight. Well, I guess I have to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Yeah, ain't that the truth. Ain't that the truth, Mr. Nosy? Anyway, oops. Give me one moment here. There we go. Okay, let's just get out of here, because that clearly is not helpful. Back to the hotel lobby. Isn't this some riveting gameplay, people? I have no idea what ooh. Can I present something to you, actually? That is not what I wanted. That is also not what I wanted. Thank you. Oh, no. I don't think there's anything that I can present to you, so you know what? Screw you. Let's move. Is there really nothing else to do? Oh no, I might be okay, do I have to actually talk to you? So, the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was... that assassin! Mr. Shelley de Keller, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired de Keller to begin with? Who was his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Exactly. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... no, it can't be. Matt Engarde himself? If Mr. Engarde really did hire the assassin, then he's not innocent at all. Far from it, he will be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Engarde, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... Mr. Engarde, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. Oh, I had to talk to her, god damn it. So I did have to talk to her. Whoops, that's why I'm lost. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right, you didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year, and if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Engarde's secret? What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrida was going to reveal this secret. That means... Mr. Engarde had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Engarde. There's no way around it now. Was that just a recap and oh my god. Okay, I think it was just a recap. That was totally nothing useful in any way, shape, or form. I'm lost. I'm legit lost. Can I show- no. Can I present anything to Miss Andrews? Maybe I need to present some crap to her. Actually, let me go back to criminal affairs. Oh, good god. Okay, so I think I did have to talk to Pearls, and then come back here. Which is kind of stupid, but whatever. So I had to talk to her at the beginning. Whatever. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. I have no idea who's talking. Uh-oh. Oh, you. Mr. Powers. What happened? Why are you here? Well, you see, I got roped into this somehow. What? Now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. So, the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with the detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. I forgot what voice I gave him, but you know what? Screw it. We'll just power through. Right, Mr. Powers? When all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? Well, I don't know, but let's ask you some stuff. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet, but sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in the whole world, but it's alright. Ow. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? That kinda... This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn down a pretty face, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself. In other words, he's a playboy. Oh, boy. Okay, So basically he's one of those famous people that is willing to bet a girl, or a guy, Okay, well, for him it's a girl, but I just mean, like, in real life. That he's the type of person who's willing to bet anyone. Take it as a one-night stand, treat it as, like, I am God's gift to men, be happy, I betted you, and then throw away like yesterday's trash. Okay, so I think we come to a consensus that both Juan and Matt are not good people. They are clearly, truly not good people. Doesn't help that they're both 21, so I think the fame got to their head, and then it's like, ooh, this is my ticket to be bitchy to everyone. Ugh. What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him.
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
Oh, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities and their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mental and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impact's? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on the note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Corrida? Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man.
A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corrida by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide a suicide note.
I see. Well, that is some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Engarde and Miss Andrews. They're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about it, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. But before that, phone call! Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Sounds kinda ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Hello?
We're in trouble now, pile. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth,
Edgeworth?
Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pile. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. The end,
Hello? He cut me off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about? Mr. Nick, pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news.
Somehow I doubt that. Thanks, Gumshoe. The way you're acting really instills confidence in meeting up with you. It instills a lot of confidence.
What took you so long, pile? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and I had to go.
Well, what happened?
Got him! We know who bought that spy camera.
This quickly?
On this bear what gave him away, pile.
The bear?
I figured it out, pile. I figured out we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that Shh, Pearls. And go on.
Oh, there's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? And who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt Engarde.
Huh?
Matt Engarde, your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Somehow I am honestly not surprised that it's Matt Engarde. I am honestly not surprised. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I heard from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. It's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt? That's all you have?
Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. Store clerk said so himself. Told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engarde. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engarde's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engarde himself.
My sight is failing me. Oh god, this can't be. $3,800 imported bear. Oh boy. So what about the spy camera we found?
Oh, well, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I'll give these back to you for you to file away into evidence.
Well, because he's the one who bought the bear, I think it's safe to say that he was spying on Juan. And I think I finally found the answer to the first question of Matt's psych lock.
Oh no, you don't want to give up, pal.
Never thought. I didn't think it was possible that the person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt Engarde. Why? Why would Mr. Engarde do something like this?
Bet it was to capture Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous.
I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you going to see him? Mr. Engarde, I mean.
Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Engarde, just what in the world have you done? I think now I can finally break Matt Engarde's psych lock. And I have a feeling it's gonna be a doozy. That's why I ended the video last time where I did, because I thought this episode was going to go into that. No. The next episode is going to go into that. So, another short episode, but... Okay, you know what? I'll do this at least. I will go ahead and go to... whatchamacallit? To the detention center. Oh, we automatically go to him. Okay, that's fine.
You're walking really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude.
I think it's time you told me the truth.
Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk.
Okay, now I'm convinced he is the murderer. I mean, why would you say ignorance is bliss? I haven't even hinted at anything yet, and you said ignorance is bliss. Mister, you just threw yourself... No, you threw yourself under the proverbial bus to get ran over. Okay, I am convinced by his gasp at looking at the card from the last episode, and him saying ignorance is bliss just now, that he is Juan Corrida's murderer. No, he didn't do the killing himself, but he hired someone, so he's just as well might have done it himself. Oh, God. Ignorance is bliss. Well, in this case, it's not, Mr. Engarde, and I'm going to show that it's not this time around in the next video. Until then, everyone, later.